I've been thinking a lot once again because I'm a thinker. Because I don't stand still. I think all the time. I think of businesses. I think of how to improve myself every single day. And this is the part from which you're lacking. And that's why you're the man that you are today. Because you're weak. Because you're showing emotion. Any kind of emotion. You should forget it. You blame everyone else, but not you. You should stop that. You don't work out. You should start. You don't take risks. You should start. And actually the problem people of today is that they're weak. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why they're weak. I'm gonna give you every reason why they're weak and why they're not gonna make it. Why they will die poor. Reason number one is because they are not disciplined enough. They wake up at noon. Most people actually wake up at noon. When they wake up, they scroll TikTok for 1-2 hours, wasting their time. But they don't realize that time is so precious. And by the time they get out of bed, I've done my workout. I've done most of my work on the computer. And the thing that left is actually to deliver my products and so on. I'm talking in my business in general, but you can put this in everything in life. So they don't have discipline. They say and they ask themselves, why am I a loser? Well, bro, you wake up in the middle of the day, you waste your time on TikTok, you don't do nothing productive, you don't train, you don't go out. What do you expect? And I have a saying that really talks about this. And I think that if you walk close to the water, there's a chance to get wet. And I hate when people start bitching about actually getting wet. Well, what the fuck did you expect it? I mean, it's the same rules apply in life, in dating, in everything. You get what you attract. You understand? If you're close to the water, you most likely get wet. If you're close to people that make money, you most likely will make money. If you're close to losers, you will become a loser eventually. If your daily routine is a fucking mess, it has no structure at all, you do whatever the fuck for the quick dopamine rush, then you will become a loser eventually if you not already are. So the solution for this problem is to take risks, to do things that you don't want to get out of your comfort zone. This is the solution. To suffer, to embrace suffering, because you are a man and men should suffer. Women have the privilege of actually doing whatever the fuck, but not us. Men are built to suffer and to conquer. And I know what the modern people, the feminists, whatever the fuck told you, we should tolerate, we should be nice. No, you should be aggressive. You should show masculinity. You should not tolerate bullshit. And you should stand your ground. This is what a man is. I'm not talking being a jerk. This is a completely different thing. But I actually talk about being an actual man. Have dignity. And be prepared to die for the cause of whatever the fuck. So you should embrace suffering. This is number one solution in any way, shape or form. Me, I like problems. I love when something bad happens so I can fix it. And my way of actually resolving the problem is very simple. Okay, something bad happened, let's say. I sit down, I analyze. Okay, what happened? okay, this, how should I fix it? I make a step-by-step plan in my head, then lay it out, and I start from the beginning. It's that simple. No panicking, no screaming, no bitching. You're a man, bro. You should be okay with having problems. This is part of being a man, actually, to have problems. And you should be able to solve them as fast as possible. Not waste time, not moving like a fucking mouse or whatever the fuck. You have a problem, sit down, think about it for a little bit, and start solving it. Another thing that I think that men of today are so weak, it's because they don't take risks. Like I said in the other video, men of today are afraid of anything. To talk to that girl, to quit their job, to ask someone to pass them the salt even. I've seen this too, and it's horrendous. For everything, if we talk about the bigger things like starting a business, just forget it. They're doomed. And the way to actually fix this is, once again, really simple. To take immense risk every single day of your life. And I'm not talking jumping, scuba diving or whatever the fuck. I mean risking your life, literally. I'm talking about taking a risk. Do that risky phone call, send that text to that bitch, call that angry customer, whatever the fuck. Just do things that are actually a little bit risky. And I was thinking the same way a couple of years ago, and I was scared of actually dropping out of college because I mentioned for the first time, I dropped out of college to work with my cousin on that e-commerce business that we start doing. So I had to make the choice. Do I finish my degree in finance, or do I actually start the actual business and see how business is done on practice? And I like to do things my way. I cut my bridges, so there's no way back. I just say I quit university, and I'm going full-time on this e-commerce stuff. And gladly, it worked out. I mean, I'm not saying that university is bad. I mean, if you don't know what to do in your life, go for it, of course. But if you know that you wanna, let's say in my example, I always knew that I wanted to start a business, to have my own thing. I never wanted to work in some bank. I didn't want to work for somebody in general. So when I saw this opportunity, I immediately took it. And I risked it, of course, because it wasn't guaranteed. I mean, I seen some results before I actually did it, but after I quit and it became my full-time job, me and my cousin just exploded. Like I said, $1 million in sales for last year. 2 people. So take risks and don't overthink, because you live once. What may go wrong? The worst case scenario, let's say you quit your job, you waste a couple of months, nothing happens, you're broke. Well, you still have family, you have friends. At least I hope you do, because if you don't, then you're really screwed. But we are young, especially if you're young like me. I can afford, because before I quit university, like I said, I've always been this kind of business mind type of guy. I had money. I didn't depend on my parents, even then. So I could have dropped out, tried this e-commerce stuff, failed, and I will still have money for another 6 months of living without finding a job. And what the fuck is going on with the lighting? That's better. And yes, but that's me, of course, because I took risks. That's why I got this money. When I was 20, I got more money than some of my colleagues parents, you know, because I did some things, sold something, whatever the fuck. Like I said, I've always been into sales. I can sell you anything. I remember back in the day when we were kids, like 10 years old, something, we used to find clothes, shoes, whatever, near the dumpster, and we took it and we sold it to old people in the park, and it actually worked. Of course, some people didn't take us seriously, others do, and we make some quick $5-10 bucks, but you know, we were 10 years old, and 15-16 years ago, $5-10 bucks was still alright for our age, and we were so happy. And the point of that is that I've always been like this. I always knew that I wanted to sell. I want to become a businessman, and you should not try to put it deeper in yourself. I mean, if you feel it, if you're watching this kind of videos, you most likely feel it, that you want to become someone, to do something. Embrace it. Embrace your skills, show the world what you're capable, take risks, and dominate, conquer everything that's on your path. And there's literally no way to not succeed, because this is how nature works. If you're constant, if you're put hours into something, eventually it will work out. So we got out of the wave in this video, but I just want to share some things before we actually get into the deep waters. I mean, this is deep water already. I'm telling you more about myself, why people are weak, in my opinion, and the solution. So I'm gonna wrap this video. Like I said in the previous one, check the link down below. You will find my Instagram, my free Telegram group in which you can join. We can just chat, exchange some ideas, whatever the fuck. There's also a free PDF, 7 rules that I written myself, which I think are really helpful in life in general. It's completely free. Just download it, check it out. I think it will help you in some way or another. So yes, guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would like to have some feedback, comments, whatever. So take action now, because time is irrelevant. No excuses, only execution. It's your choice.